So I wanted to read an excerpt from Charlene Spretnak's book called The Resurgence of the Real, about the nature of modernity, the many things that it assumes, because oftentimes it is so all-pervasive that we don't even notice it. So, the human is considered essentially an economic being, Homo economicus. The proper arrangement of economic endeavors is believed to bring about contentment in all other spheres of life, which, after all, are believed to evolve primarily in relation to economic realities. That which is worthy of greatest attention is material substance, manufacture, and accumulation. The materialism of modern societies is an odd version, however, as the actual material condition of the soil, water, and air is generally ignored. Mass production industrialism is the best way to attain ever-increasing levels of well-being through consumption. Industrialism reflects faith in a rapacious mode of production to bring an age of abundance and contentment. Such faith is linked with progressivism, the belief that the human condition progresses toward increasingly optimal states as the past is continually improved upon. Objectivism is the belief that there is a rational structure to reality, independent of the perspectives of any particular cultures or persons, and that correct reason mirrors this rational structure. Concepts exist by themselves, objectively, and categories are defined simply by necessary and sufficient conditions that specify the properties shared by all and only members of the category. A related concept, also essential to modernity, is rationalism, that is, knowledge belief, and the basis for action is properly derived solely from reason, the exercise of cognitive practices. Pure reason is valuable precisely because it is untainted by emotions, sensate knowledge, social constructions, and non-cognitive awareness. The structure of rationality, that is believed to transcend bodily and cultural experience. According to the modern, mechanistic worldview, the physical world is composed of matter and energy, which operate in various constellations of cause and effect, according to laws of nature. Occurrences of creative unfolding and complex interactive responses in nature have no place in this perspective. Understanding physical entities, no matter how complex, is achieved by breaking them down into smaller and smaller parts. Such reductionism seeks the smallest unit of composition and yields no knowledge about the interaction of parts of a system or the creative behavior of the system as a whole. Modernity also embraces scientism, the belief that all fields of inquiry can attain objective knowledge by modeling their practices after the investigative methods of science. Scientistic prejudices extend throughout modern systems of knowledge and numerous institutions. Efficiency is increased in modern societies because social practices, work, education, language, and expectations become standardized, that is, made uniform to a large extent. Customs and traditional knowledge, particular to a community or region, are considered quirky, backward, and anachronistic. Efficiency is further improved by bureaucratization, the structuring of human interactions in regimented, hierarchical, and inflexible modes by which controlled and controlling amounts of information can be gathered by modern institutions. A related momentum within processes of modernization is that of centralization, prized for the increased control and standardization it brings. Modern interactions with nature are generally informed by anthropocentrism, the belief that the human species is the central phenomenon of the natural world. This idea, and related ones, are executed with instrumental reason, modes of thinking used to achieve desired ends rather than to determine values. Modern culture defines itself as a triumphant force progressing in opposition to nature. Pre-modern and non-modern societies are seen as having been held back by unproductive perceptions of holism and by conceptualizations of human culture as an extension of nature with reciprocal duties. Consequently, contempt for indigenous peoples is widespread in modern societies. The drive to exploit resources on native peoples' land does not fully explain the modern obsession, both capitalist and communist, with dismantling tribal cultures. Modern life is compartmentalized, that is, considered to exist in discrete spheres or compartments, such as family life, work, social life, and so on. Learning, especially at the university level, is strictly divided into departments which have little interaction. One of the compartments, spiritual and religious life, is devalued in modernity because modern history celebrates the escape from religion and other superstitions via the new rationalism. To survive in the modern era, institutionalized religions have downplayed spiritual connectedness with the creation. Instead, they focus on rationalist applications of morals and ethics. This advance resulted in the devastating shrinkage of the cosmological context, the sacred whole, to the scale of humans. Modern cultures are sometimes called hypermasculine because traits considered masculine, such as the persona of rationalism, are valued more than those considered feminine, such as empathy. Patriarchal socialization also favors competition and a dominance or submission dichotomy as the structure of relationships, both personal and impersonal. It's a great book. Check it out.